Nam Kha Dang Nyam Besim Jin Tam Chi Don de Tan de Lana Me Ba Yang Dong Ber de Bo Dong de Ji Gong Hong Rinpoche de Ber Sha Ti Shir de Tan Be Chu Gong Zhe San Ni Don Nyam Song Long Ju Nyam de San Ba Shang Chim Chong de Tu Ti Ba Dong Jie De Go Nyam San Ber Zhe 为度化天下无边无际的有情众生，速得无上正等觉圆满佛国，请大家发广大殊胜的菩提心，以及方便广大弥陀神动机，并且如理如法的谛听。
Please listen to the teaching by cultivating the two aspects of supreme motivation, the vast intention of the Mahayana Bodhicitta and the vast method of the sacred mantra Vajrayana, so as able to lead all sentient beings as limitless as space to the state of the unsurpassed Buddhahood.
那我们呢今天要讲的是龙欽心髓前行引导文。龙欽心髓前行引导文里面呢分外前行以及内前行的部分。外前行我们已经讲完了，现在是在内前行的部分。内前行的部分呢，皈依，然后发心金刚萨埵，然后供曼达拉，然后就上师相应法等等。这些里面呢，前面的皈依发心金刚萨埵已经讲完了，今天呢是在这个供曼达拉的部分。供曼达拉的部分里面呢，也是讲供这个37堆曼达拉，然后就37堆曼达拉以及三身曼达拉等等的。那今天呢，37堆曼达拉上次我们已经讲完了，今天呢是在这个三身曼达拉的地方。
So today we'll be continuing on the Longchen Nyingtik preliminary teaching. We have finished the outer preliminary teaching, and today we'll continue on the topic of the entire topic of the inner preliminary teaching. This inner preliminary teaching consists of taking refuge, arousing bodhicitta, practice of Vajrasattva, the offering mandala, guru yoga, etc. We have finished the first three, the taking refuge, the teaching of taking refuge, arousing bodhicitta, and the practice of Vajrasattva. And now we'll continue on the topic of this, the topic of Mandala offering. And within this topic, there's also several subtopics, and this including the offering mandala and in terms of the offering of mandala, there's the 37 element mandala offering, and in the offering of the 3 kayas. And we have finished the 37 element of offering, and today we will be continuing on the mandala offering of the 3 kayas according to this text.
那首先呢，我们要供曼达拉的这个目的我们首先就是怎么说一一的要观想清楚。首先我们做这供养曼达拉的这个时候呢，并不是我们在动作上会做了，然后呢就是行动上做一下就圆满不是这样的。在这个过程当中呢，我们不但是行动上或者是行为上要做的一些事情要圆满，而且呢我们在观想的部分，然后念诵的部分，这些都要集合在一起这样的话呢，我们才是说所谓的真正的供这个曼达拉。
In terms of the offering of mandala, in terms of this practice, we need to really understand and first have a good understanding of our motivation and the meaning of this practice. It will be not enough for us to just know how to do this practice by mere actions. If you only know the process itself, know what to do at what time, certain time, just by the outer action, then that's really not enough. It also requires you to understand the meaning of the recitation as well as the visualization. When you have all these things together, then you will have what we say considered as the genuine practice for this mandala offering.
那我们要供曼达拉是最重要的目的，我们就是要积累资粮 我们最重要就是要积累福德资粮以及智慧资粮。积累了这个福慧二资粮，它的果是以后就是为了我们能够成佛所以呢，我们要积累这个二资粮。
So the most important motivation or intention is for practicing Mandala offering is for the purpose for the two accumulations, the accumulation of the wisdom and the accumulation of merit. And by doing so, the result of these two accumulations is the attainment of the Buddhahood.
为什么要成佛呢？为了天下的一切众生，要度化这些天下的一切苦难的众生。我们首先要成佛，如果我们不成佛的话，我们要度化这些苦难的众生困难度相当的大。所以呢，我们为了度化这些众生，要成佛，这就是我们要发心的部分。
So why do we need to attain Buddhahood? It's for the purpose to liberate or liberate all sentient beings who are suffering in the samsara. And thereby, that's why we need to attain the alignment of Buddhahood first. If we do not attain this alignment, then it will be really difficult for us to benefit or liberate sentient beings.
所以呢，我们就是每一个我们的做的动作，每一个行为，我们都要很清楚的，我为什么要做这个，做这个的目的是什么，它的果是什么，这些我们都要心里清清楚楚的。
So for every action that we do in terms of the practice, we need to clearly understand why are we doing this, what is the goal of what we're doing, and what is the result of what we're doing, what we're trying to achieve. So these are things that we need to really understand clearly.
法王如意宝在菩提迦叶写的那个愿海金水普贤刹之果日那个里面的第一句里面就讲了无边二字功德所成身，这是什么意思呢？这个就是要成佛的这个舍身的这个相，需要累积无边的二资粮才能够成所以呢，佛的功德，我们所说的功德，就是我们要积累无边的资粮，才能够达到这个佛的舍身的果位。
请您再说无边二资粮。
无边就在这里，英文的。
OK。
第一句就可以。
好 His Holiness Jimmy Poncho composed a prayer out of his wisdom at Bodhi Gaya, the essence of the ocean of aspiration, the day of attaining the realm of Samantabhadra. In this, the first line of the prayer says, the enlightened body realized by the accumulation of the two boundless merits. So what this phrase means that in order to attain the ultimate enlightenment of Buddhahood, we need to have accumulate the two boundless merits. These are the two essential points or the two essential things that we need to accumulate in order for us to attain the Buddhahood.
所以呢，我们今生我们累积一些资粮，然后就做一些善事，这样的时候呢，我们一定要将这些积累资粮的这个功德回向为菩提。我们需要很多的资粮来成佛。很多人以为今生，比如说有钱的人呐，然后就有权力的人呐，或者是这些国王啊，或者是这个豪富啊，这些都觉得说他们资粮很大，其实他们那个资粮不需要很多的资粮。今生变成一个有钱人，他的资粮根本不需要很大的。最多需要就是我们所说的最需要资粮的是成佛，这个我们需要很大的资粮。遇到佛法我们需要很大的资粮，能够对佛法升起信心需要很大的资粮。没有这些资粮的话，我们第一个遇到佛法，我们也没有资粮没有功德的人，他佛法遇不到的。就算遇到了，他也不会对这个产生兴趣的。所以呢，其实真正上来说，能够遇到佛法、对佛法产生信心的这些人的资粮是更大的，这些的福报是更大的，因为更大的福报他才可以遇到这样的。
So in our life, whether we are practicing any way of accumulating merits or practicing any positive deeds or action, we need to really make sure to dedicate these merits we accumulate for the purpose of enlightenment of Buddhahood. Many people today now think that when they see those who are extremely wealthy, kings, rich business people, or people who are really rich, a lot of other people may think that, oh, these wealthy people must have accumulated much merit. But in reality, for you to be to have material wealth or in the status of king, that doesn't really require much merit in comparison. You will be much more merit. You will be needing much more merit to be able to encounter the Buddha Dharma, to be able to practice Buddha Dharma, and also have faith and devotion to Buddha Dharma. If you do not have enough merit, then you won't be able to encounter Buddha Dharma in your lifetime. And even if you have encountered it, you will not have the devotion or faith to practice because your merit is not suffice. So for those who have been able to encounter Buddha Dharma, to have the opportunity to practice Buddha Dharma, and also have devotion and faith towards Buddha Dharma, are those who have much more merits.
佛在经典里面讲到，要得到一个转轮王的国位，也不需用积累很大的资粮啊，就是供个斋啊，或者就是对佛的前面供一盏灯啊等等的啊，就是这样一个小的动作，我们就可以赚到。可以积累到说能够得到转轮王的国位那样的一个福报，但是我们在这里说要成或者要得到佛的舍身的国位，就是无边二字功德才能够成的所以呢，我们需要更大的资粮。所以这样我们来比一下的话现在在世界上再怎么有钱的人，他就算是拥有全世界的财物，但是呢，他的福报上来说，他还是不如一个真正遇到佛法，而且呢对佛法有信心的这样的福报大。
The Buddha have said in the sutra, in order for you to attain the status of the king of turning wheel, you really just need to offer Buddha like a lamp of light or just a simple offering. With this offering, then the result of this offering is that you are able to attain the status of the king of the turning wheel. However, here, when you said as it says here, to attain the alignment of Buddhahood, you need the two boundless merits. You need the two accumulations. So you can see from this comparison that even if a person has all the entire wealth of this world, that person's merit is still not comparable to those who have encountered Buddha Dharma and able to have strong devotion to the Buddha Dharma.
为什么这样说呢？一个人他就算是拥有全世界的财富，但是呢，他只能解除一些他生活上的困境，但是这些财富也不一定能够解除他所有的烦恼和痛苦，因为他心中的烦恼还有很多其他的烦恼，不一定这些财富能够解除他。那今生的这些痛苦他都不一定说是完全就是拥有这些财富可以解决他所有的痛苦，那来世就更不用说了。但是呢，一个人对佛法产生了信心，然后就去实修佛法的话，他是可以解决最就近的所有的痛苦不能他可以解决是不再轮回的这样的一个事情，所以他的功德上来比，他的果上来比的话，就是也是非常的差别是很大的。然后他的这个资粮或者福报或者他的因这上面上来比也是差别很大的。
And why do we say that? Because even if a person has the wealth of the entire world, that person can only resolve issues in terms of his mundane, ordinary life, in terms of materialistic issues. But the wealth is not able to solve that person's suffering, and other mental afflictions. That's because there are many types of suffering and of mental afflictions that cannot be resolved only by having material wealth in this life, and thereby not to say the next life. However, for a person who's able to encounter Buddha Dharma and able to practice and have devotion to the Buddha Dharma, that person is able to resolve all the suffering and all the mental afflictions in this life. And also, the result of these practice will be allow that person to be liberated, to no longer wander in the suffering of the samsara. So, and from that you can see the result of these two things have in terms of merits. What's the result of having these types of merit? Well, you see the difference in between these things when you compare these two types of the results.
这个我们在当今的世界，它都是有目共睹的，大家都看到有很多财富很大的人，还是有多少的痛苦，多少的烦恼，我们这些全部都可以看到的。当然，我说有财富的人，就是指的是很有财富，但是对佛法完全没有接触，也没有信心，这种人跟一般的人相比，是这样来比的。但是也有财富，对佛法也有信心，也在修行的人，那就是他的福报就是不一样了。
This is something we can see in this nowadays society, nowadays world, that we can see that those who are extremely rich, even though they are extremely rich, they still have still enduring much suffering and much of different mental afflictions and issues. When I say those who are extremely rich, those who are extremely wealthy, are those who are only rich in the terms of materialistic sense, and those who have not encountered Buddha Dharma or have any devotion to Buddha Dharma. However, those who are the people who are extremely rich, and also they are very devoted and be practicing to Buddha Dharma, then their merit is something that's a different story.
所以呢，我们在修这个曼达拉的时候呢，我们观想的部分，我们要观想得很清楚，能够尽量的观想清楚。我们做这个曼达拉供养的对境，我们要尽量就是能够观想得越清楚越好。然后呢，我们的供养的这个物品，平时我们在修曼达拉的时候，也许就是一堆米，或者也许呢就是这些里面有一些珠宝。但是呢，我们观想供养也是非常重要的，就是在这个法本里面有讲到的，观想3000大千世界啦，或是就这个4大洲啊、须弥山呐，然后就是整整的人天的这些一切，受用、财富、珠宝等等的，然后甚至是自己的就是身口意啊，过去式、未来式、现在式的，我们所累积的所有的功德善业，这些都可以观想来做供养的。
So here, when we practicing the offering mandala, our visualization is very critical. We need to really visualize as clear as to the best of our capability, such as the refuge, the subject refuge that we make offering to. We need to visualize as clear as possible, as vivid and as clear as possible. And when we are engaging in the practice of the mandala offering, the offering that we have, it may appear just as some the rice and jewels that we see in terms of our eyes, but our visualization of our offering is very important. As it says in the text, the practice, the offering of the 3,000 worlds, the 4 continents, Mount Meru, all the wealth that we have, all the possessions, and as well as our body, our speech and mind, and also the merits of our past, the present, and our future. All these things can be used to visualize as an offering in terms of this practice.
当这样我们 就是修曼达拉的时候，刚开始自己发心也是到位了，然后呢，在正行的时候心也是不散乱的，该观想什么就是观想什么，然后最后修完的时候，那我们也是回向，就是很正常的跟我们平时做回向这样一一的回向的话，我们每次修一次曼达拉的这个功德，我累积的这个福德也是相当大的，所以呢，我们所谓的积累曼达拉，积累福报就是这样来。
So when we engage in this practice, we first start with our proper, correct motivation or aspiration, and then when we engage in actual practice, we visualize without any distraction, and then at the end we end our practice with a dedication of merit, just as we always do. Then, if you're able to practice in this way, every time we practice this mandala offering, we are accumulating merit. And then this merit is actually very vast. And this is what we're referring to as the accumulation of merit.
那我们上次已经讲了37对曼达拉，然后呢，就本来是按照龙经心髓前行引导文它的这个主文的话，如果是可以的话，要累积10万遍的这个曼达拉是3声曼达拉。但是呢，这个3声曼达拉的这个念诵的部分是蛮长的。后来呢，大部分的人都可能就是觉得这个太长了，所以呢，后来的有些高僧大德们，或者是甚至就是龙欽先生在这个里面也讲了，如果是没有办法累积3声曼达拉的话，积累这个7对曼达拉也可以这样说的。所以呢，我今天呢就这个原文上我们就不再往下讲了。今天呢我就想说在这里真正的实际上教大家做一下怎么这个修7对曼达拉这样。然后大家学会的时候呢，我们共同在这个佛堂里面修一阵子，这样呢大家比较熟练了。
So last time we have discussed the 37 element offering. And according to the Longchen Nyingtik teaching itself, if possible, if you have the ability, if you have the conditions, the accumulation of the mandala offering prayer should be of the 100,000 times should be the mandala offering of the 3 kayas, that prayer. But however, that prayer is much longer. So many great masters, as well as this text says that if you do not have enough time, then you can also engage in the 7 element offering mandala practice as well. That is acceptable. So here we will be not going further down onto the text itself. Though today here we will be actually, I will here to guide you on the 7 element offering mandala teaching, the actual practice itself, and then we might be able to, and we will be, the next several class session we'll be practicing this so that all of us will be more familiar with it, so that when we actually practice we will know what to do.
今天就讲到这里就可以了。
So here concludes the
那我们在修这个前行的时候呢，就是刚刚我们念诵一样的。